Bidisha, what are the things that you measure? How do you go about? I mean, you start with the competency mapping. What exactly would you do in terms of ensuring that you have strategic outcomes which are measurable?
Right. And in fact, Elna and we partnered in Estee Lauder and we looked at how we now start working backwards, but we also involve the managers of these leaders. So the HODs of these leaders also shared their views on a questionnaire that we sort of discussed with them. We encouraged them to fill that. And they then look at a transition of a 30, 60, 90 days, right?
Helped me, whether in both sides of the table, I would say, is, starting not at the training room, but starting with the business meetings, sitting with business and starting your planning of what you can do, what are you required to do there. Not sitting in the training room and making a calendar and creating your TNIs, etc. So if you're able to start with the discussion with business, okay, that's number one. So great rapport, make those engagements meaningful and not just transactional. Don't just show up when you need to, just talk, but build that relationship. I think that has helped me tremendously.
So I think it's important that the baton should be also in the hands of learner and the managers, and HR or L&D OD can be a facilitator but not the owner.
You're absolutely right, and I think you must have done the correlation. This is so interesting. You must have done the correlation and you must have found a huge difference.
Yeah, so actually we just got the data coming in for last 2-3 years. So it's also important that you have good data, because when you started, not every student took the most of those opportunities. Now we have excellent data. The initial correlations are positive, but you know what happens when the person who launches the initiative wants to show it in good light. So we have an independent analytics team member.
Since I have been visiting and consulting with a lot of organizations, I can totally say that whatever we have been discussing, it all stands true. And since a lot of us are from HR here today, right, I would definitely like to emphasize on the fact that we need to start creating leadership pipeline.
I was surprised that you went backwards for competencies. Normally we start with competencies, so
Yes.
you went back and you are...
So, what happens with us is, since we have 8,000 employees, sales employees, it's very difficult to, first and foremost, it's that the first pressure on the regional manager is to fill in branch managers. And for the branch manager is to get a sales force in place. So somewhere along the line, the pressure to recruit comes and they miss out on competencies.